And WDHN is your local election headquarters, and tonight the general election is less than a week away now.
One race that is far from decided, the battle for Henry County Sheriff, now that the current sheriff is retiring.
WDHN's Robert Smith Jr. joins us live in the newsroom with a closer look at the two candidates. Robert.
Hey, Mike and Amanda, we're anticipating a close race between current police chief Eric Blankenship and a Houston County Sheriff's deputy who was once the police chief, Noel Vanlandingham, both experienced Henry County natives. Henry County residents will be facing a tough decision at the polls on Tuesday as they decide who will become the next sheriff between two seasoned law enforcement officers, Republican candidate Eric Blankenship and Democrat candidate Noel Vanlandingham. Chief Blankenship has been working in public service since he graduated high school. He started out working in public safety with the fire department before transitioning to the Henry County Sheriff's Department, working as a deputy for 11 years. Since then, he has been working as Abbeville's police chief for 2 years. But after hearing the news of Maddox retiring, he jumped at the opportunity.
Henry County's home to me. I want it to be a place where people feel, safe raising their kids. We, combat the drugs as much as we can, keep the crime down.
Blankenship says one of his goals if elected sheriff is more transparency between law enforcement and the community.
Everybody's sharing information, we're sharing knowledge between stuff going on, because even as law enforcement officers, we can't be everywhere all the time.
He also mentioned putting more patrol officers on the streets, especially in troubled areas, which will help deter crime. His opponent is current Houston County Deputy Noel Vanlandingham. He started his career as a reserve in Houston County before coming back to Henry County in 1994, working for the Abbeville Police Department. He became the police chief in 2015 and was the top guy for 5 years until he was fired by the city council of Abbeville after he says his freedom of speech right was violated, an issue that went to the federal court after he sued the city.
The small town politics is just that. It's small town, but it is cutthroat politics. Job-wise, find somebody in Abbeville that said I did a bad job compared to what I was fired for, and they'll tell you it's not the way it should have been.
Now that the settlement has been wiped clean, he doesn't believe it will have an effect on him. If elected, one of his goals is to bring in more manpower for each area to enhance the response time. He also wants to take a look at addressing mental health.
Working with the mental health and the addiction goes hand in hand with crime.
Now, both men say the word of advice they have for voters on Tuesday is to get out and vote, try to put the party affiliations aside, and let your heart guide you to choose the right sheriff for Henry County.